Good morning. Well, this is episode 8. And if you've gotten this far and have watched your previous vlogs, you probably would have already realized that I am a morning person. It's 7:30 in the morning right now, and I'm ready to go out to Western Sydney because there is the Cherry Blossoms Festival at the Auburn Botanic Garden. So that's what we're up to today. And in case you haven't realized, the hue of this video clip is quite reddish, or it's very saturated is what I'm trying to say, because I'm testing out the Ricky Lomo picture style, again by Thomas Franson. I'm trying to find if there are other picture styles that I can get from other people. So I'm testing that out today, but I will also show you what it looks like in standard mode so that you can have a comparison of what the colors look like. So I'll change that to that now. Right, so this is what the standard setting looks like, so you can probably already tell that the previous one was definitely very saturated, and this is what normally it would look like. I'm also going to show you my new kicks because I just bought sneakers and I'm a sneakerhead. And then you could also use the colors of those sneakers as a comparison to what it looks like standard versus the Ricky Lomo. And I just realized it's actually called Rico Lomo. I'll put that on the screen just to be safe. But yeah, those are the new kicks. I was actually thinking about getting some breakfast at my favorite cafe down the road. But because this is a festival that I'm going to, I'm assuming there's going to be food available in the area, so I think I'll pass on the cafe and I'll go straight to traveling to the area because it's going to take about an hour by train to get there. So let's go. So I'm already approaching the Botanic Gardens, as you can probably see, and oh yeah, those cherry blossoms can be seen from outside. But so I was saying, I'm already approaching the Botanic Garden, and I can already tell that there's already a lot of people queued up to enter. It's supposed to open at 9, so I'm not sure why we're still outside. Alright, so we're in. And they kind of segregate you at the start to tell you one side is for food and the other side is for the Trail of the Cherry Blossoms. Right, so if you've missed out on Arashiyama, you could come here, I guess. Here's a nice Japanese garden with some rocks. And of course, there's plenty of people taking pictures by the cherry blossoms. It's a shame this area is closed off because that's where the big pond is, right there in the middle. we can't get, we're gonna pull the motor up. Okay, this here says Japanese food village, so I will expect Japanese food. So far, my expectations have not been met. There's only a very small spot of cherry blossom trees, and that's why they direct you to that location, because if you go into the Botanic Gardens without that, you'll see a lot of green trees and very, very few pink blossoms. I also feel like they started a little late this year because a lot of the flowers are already starting to wither, and we all know the cherry blossoms only bloom for around 2 to 3 weeks in a year. So they've got a stage there for performances and an area where all the food trucks are. And so far, there's very few Japanese food that I can see from where I'm walking. So I can see cupcakes, Japanese cuisine, satay, froyo. There's made burgers there. Clearly Filipino with a Philippine flag. There's Hoi Pinoy right there as well. They do Filipino barbecue. So yeah, not Japanese. There's a teppanyaki noodle over there. I am hungry, but I haven't really decided on what to have. They've got matcha beef and matcha chicken burgers. The matcha is in the buns, so they made that specifically for this event. Froyo, churros, fried chicken, fire pop, ramen, bubble tea, takoyaki, long chips. We've got mochi ice cream. You know those ones that look like they're fried chicken but they've got ice cream inside. There's dim sums here, bao buns, mochi, Tokyo Lamington, and cookies. I was going to order the pork barbecue from Hoi Pinoy, but it's like $17 for 2 skewers, and that's way too much. Probably the only spot that actually is Japanese food, because it says ramen, karaage, Japanese curry. However, it's run by white people, so I don't know about that. Okay, so let's talk about this festival. I paid $15.50 for a ticket to come here and traveled an hour out west to get here. So given those two things, I would say that this is a disappointing festival. Even like the food selection, there weren't very many Japanese food trucks on here, and then those that are not run by Japanese people. So yeah, that was disappointing. I should also say that there's a lot of areas in the Botanic Garden that are closed off that you can't get to. So I'd say probably a good third of the Botanic Gardens is closed off to the public. And I'm like, if you're gonna ask people to come to a festival, pay $15 for a ticket to see about 100 trees, not all in full bloom, some already withering, I'd say you need to get and keep the entire garden open for everyone to enjoy the rest of it. Yeah, there was just so many things that were closed off at that point. Also didn't see anyone wearing kimonos or yukatas. Or maybe my expectation is this is going to be sort of like more of a Japanese festival rather than just cherry blossoms. So it might be me. Yeah, it's just very underwhelming and not worth the travel or the money to get in. Right, so that was also a fail. I got down to Burwood to try out that hot pot train that just opened, and when I got there, they just let in the first batch, so it would have been a 45 to an hour wait, and I didn't want to do that, so I left. I'm now back at Central Station, as you can see, and I think I'm just gonna go home and have have lunch at home, and then maybe come out again later today for dinner instead. Because I'm tired, I'm sleepy, and I need water.